Well, good Saturday morning, everyone, and greetings once again from Radio Wasteland Records here in Midland. What a fun Saturday in the city of Midland this is. There is so much stuff going on. If you didn't catch just before we went live, we've got a camera. Kim's outside with the dogs, and the Dow Run Walk is going on. I think it's getting close to wrapping up. Let's see if we can add this in here. And there's a live look outside the store right now. Thank you, Kim. And I think that we still do have a few run walkers going by the store as we speak. Now, this event started about 7:30 or so this morning. We got here early because they blocked the roads off, and I wanted to make sure that I was here in time to do the live this morning. And just getting some stuff done and hanging out at the store with the dogs who were watching it. Now, there were some decent crowds of runners going by earlier. I think we put up a story on Facebook a little bit earlier that showed just how many people were kind of going by, but it's been a fun one. As you'll see, Kim will move over here in just a second and to show you that we are providing music. And we couldn't quite do it for the live because Facebook gets a little squirrely. But yeah, we've got a little speaker out there and we're kicking out some jams for the runners and the walkers going by the store. But as you can see, it's getting a little bit quiet. Now, the event is slated to run until about 10:30 this morning. And then they'll open the streets back up. So it could be any time. In the past, it's gone almost toward noon, but I think they're running things a little bit different this year. We've had a couple of different batches of runners go by throughout the morning, and it looks like we got some more batches coming in. But the event website says that they'll wrap up at 10:30. Now, the store is open. We'll be open at 10 per normal, but you're just going to have to kind of park and walk, or run, I guess, if you want. But if you give it till probably about 10:30, maybe a quarter to 11, the streets should be open. I'll post up on our Facebook page when we get a little closer to that, when I see the barriers come down. You can see the dogs are quite popular this morning. There's no shortage of folks taking part that don't enjoy it. And I'll tell you what, Blue and the dude both just get an absolute kick out of it as well. So they're having a lot of fun this morning with the Dow Run Walk as well. We'll check back in with those guys outside in just a second. A couple of quick hello, actually more than a couple. Holy cow. There's a lot of you folks saying good morning this morning. So let's go through those really quickly. Jennifer saying good morning. Thank you for being here. Betty is saying good morning from sunny Toledo. Good morning to you as well. And Fred over in Grand Rapids. Hey, man. Doogie's hats. No, I run when something's chasing me. And even then, that's questionable. Gary. I will say, though, Gary, that the sign's still on the outside of the building. Somebody saw the dogs, and they went by, and they saw the sign. They said, "Oh, doggies hats." So we're going to get questions later today about whether or not we make hats for dogs. That's quite the possibility. Mike chiming in. Good morning. Oh, Fables of the Reconstruct. I don't know which one it is, man. It depends on how you look at it. We'll get to that here in a second. Good catch on that. Chuck, good morning to you, as well as Karen saying hi. Mr. Steve Carlson from Denver checking in. Hey there, guy. Hope it slowed down a little bit. We're going to talk with Steve a little later today, and the podcast is on for tomorrow. So we'll get that here in a bit. Pat, good morning to campers. He is out and about. Good morning to you. Sean saying good morning. The mean streets of Midland, they're just running all over the place. Good morning to Dan. Dude and Blue are looking good. Yes, they're hanging out. They'll be here for this morning at least, going through. As I mentioned, a lot of stuff going on in Midland today. So Dude will be hanging out at the very least. No Stress Brewing. Kevin, good morning to you as well. Oh, cool. Your daughter ran by, and 9-year-old said, good indeed. Hopefully they enjoyed the music as they went by. Mike saying the Run Walker. They do. And thank you as well. And we get a lot of thumbs up and a lot of folks saying, thanks for playing some tunes outside there. Jim, running for records. Yes, all right. That's a good one. We'll see if they can change the name from Dow to Radio Wasteland Run for Records. I'll toss that. I'll toss that out to my friends at Dow Corporate. And see if that is a possibility. I don't think so. So I mentioned a lot of stuff going on this morning. There is the Dow Run Walk ongoing till probably about 10:30, 10:45 or so. And that is wrapping up. Farmers market going on downtown over at the Dow Diamond and Loon Stadium. So that's going on. There's an art fair downtown today. There'll be a lot of folks down there for that. I think Blue and Kim are going to head down and check that out. And then north side of town out at the fairgrounds, the Antique Festival is going on. You can tell summer is here in the mid-Michigan area. So they're having a blast with that. and no shortage of stuff to do. But if you're out and about and you want to swing by the store, go for it. We will not complain. We're gonna let. I don't think there's a lot of runners left. That's why we're seeing Blue and the Dude kind of hanging out there. So I am going to do this, and we're going to cover a quick batch of records we had come into the store. It was a little lean on the new releases. Let's see here. Yeah, a little lean on the new releases, but we got some cool stuff in. Watch for the new release show later this afternoon, by the way. We'll get that in. But some of the goodies we had come in, not brand new release, but we got a pair from an artist called The Great Cat. This is The Great Cat. She is a thrash guitarist and one of the fastest ones I think she's billed as. And let's see here. It says the back of that, The Great Cat, metal's fastest guitarist. And it looks like the pooches are coming in here. So we've got Worship Me or Die. That sounds like a threat. These are both music on vinyl, by the way. So I think they're all numbered. This one is 941. And then we have The Great Cat doing Beethoven's, or Beethoven on Speed. This is actually a lot of Beethoven-inspired speed metal. Yeah, the Flight of the Bumblebee, you had to have that on here as well. Sax and violins, Beethoven's Mosh, which is the Fifth Symphony, Gripping Obsession, Panini's 24th Capri, and Guitar Concerto in Blood Minor. So get a kick out of that. And we've got one of each of those. Super limited edition, things like that. Okay, we got a reissue from Damn Yankees. Couple of these, there were two different colors. We ended up getting the silver vinyl version. Nugent, Tommy Shaw, Jack Blades, and Michael Carlone. Neat reissue from these guys. I'm trying to think. That would have been mid-90s, I think. Yeah, early 90s on that. So we got a couple copies of Damn Yankees. Mike, here it is. Are we looking at reconstruction of the Fables, or are we looking at Fables of the Reconstruction? If you're an REM fan, you know what I mean. Technically, I think this is Fables of Reconstruction listed on Discogs. They had to pick a side on that. So the reissue, brand new yesterday. A couple copies of that. I'll be spinning my copy if I brought it here with me. So, excuse me. Recent ones. We still have a couple copies of the new Billie Eilish, Hit Me Hard and Soft. And this is a colored vinyl variant of that sea blue vinyl. A couple copies of the brand new Billie Eilish. Restocks, we got another copy of the Olivia Rodrigo Guts, a very popular one of late, and so one of those showed up. And we had, this is kind of an interesting one, and Every Time I Die, and the song or the album is Radical. This is on colored vinyl, double LP, but only 3 sides. I believe that there is an etching on one side, so some cool stuff from there. Let's take another look outside. I think it's safe to say that this is wrapping up. I think the dogs came in, but looking a little quiet outside. We'll know for sure when the barriers come down, and you probably can't see it way down there, but there's a police car down that way that is kind of blocking off George Street at the intersection of Buttles and Indian to keep the cars out from those as well. But rest assured, a few hours ago, this place was teeming with run walkers. They were having a lot of fun going through on there. So yeah, it's a little quiet now. And yeah, if we look the other way, Kim, way up, you'll see where the race ends, way up near the community center. And we can't quite see it. You go past the bus garages, and they're having a big party down the street there at the park by the school and at the area of the community center. So lots of stuff, as we said, going on today in the Midland, Michigan area. If you're out and about, please feel free to stop by and enjoy some of that, and feel free to stop by the store. We will be open today, Saturday, from, well, now I guess, until 6 p.m. But again, you will not be able to drive to the store until those barriers come down. I really do expect that anytime soon if the streets are that quiet and things are getting there. But we'll put up a post on Facebook as things get a little bit more apparent that this event has ended. But every year we do this. We toss some music out. That's my little speaker there. That thing actually blasts. I can't, again, well, let's see. No, I can't call it up. Facebook will cut off the audio. Thanks, Facebook. So yeah, again, we'll be here until 6 o'clock, but pay attention to the posts, and we'll let you know when we're open, when the streets are open, rather. Tomorrow, Sunday, from 12 noon until 4 p.m., our normal hours on Sunday, closed again then on Monday and Tuesday. So you folks, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up so we can get the dogs. They're looking longingly like they want to go back outside. But the dude will be here throughout the morning. I think Kim and Blue are going to go down to the art fair for a while. But feel free to stop by, hang out. We're going to be spinning some cool tunes here at the store all day long. So until then, you folks have a good weekend. It is looking like it's going to be a beautiful one. Maybe a little bit of rain later today, but take it as it is, because it's early summer in mid-Michigan. Beautiful day to get out and enjoy yourself and then go home and spin records. That's the way it works. All right, folks, I am going to wrap it up. You folks have a great weekend. Thanks, Kim and the dogs, for hanging outside and giving us that live feed. Can you turn the phone around, Kim, at all or not? Do we not want to say hi to you this morning? Oh, no, she says. All right. All right. Well, you folks have a good one, and we will talk to you live next week from Radio Wasteland. Don't forget the new release show coming up a little bit later on this morning. We'll cover this. Oh, there's a big announcement from a Michigan artist. That we'll cover on the new release show. You don't want to miss this one, because there will be a lot of pre-orders. So that'll be a little bit later this afternoon. I'm just going to tease it like that. Don't forget the podcast, Two Guys Talking About Records with Steve Carlson and I. We will put that up on Sunday evening. We had a little bump last week with schedules, but we're back on track. And I think we're going to talk about vinyl gimmicks this time around. And that is going to be on Spotify and YouTube and all sorts of other places. But check that out on Sunday evenings. Okay, now I'm done. Kim's saying wrap it up. And we're going to go from there. And Betty's saying hi, Kim. There you go. All right, you folks have a great one. And we will talk to you next week from Radio Wasteland Records. Thanks again for being here. We do really appreciate it very, very much. Later.